Blog Talk Radio.
Are you tired of the same old radio?
Sure am.
Need an outlet to show who you are?
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear great TV reviews and original shows?
Sounds good.
Or just new ways to keep up on the Jags?
Let's go, Jags. Woo, woo, woo.
Join us on Teal Time Radio.
The station that matters. 'Cause you matter.
Well, hello, Teal Time Radio fans. This is your host, CT Jags, alongside of me, the usual, the beautiful Miss Chrissy.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're going to talk about South Beach Toe. Well, of course, it's Wednesday. What else would we talk about?
Usual Wednesday show.
Exactly. And then on Mondays we normally talk about Lizard Lick after the show.
Exactly, but it's not coming back until
July 7th.
July 7th, and I can't wait.
Exactly. Same here. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Everybody knows what we normally do. We normally talk about the important parts and what we think of the show and everything. Please excuse Miss Chrissy. She's a little under the weather tonight, but she's still here.
Yes, I'm here, guys.
So anyway, I want to say this. Why do I always got to say I want to say this?
I don't know, it's your usual thing.
Yeah, I know. So it's like this. Haha, I changed it.
There you
How
go.
you like me now? Anyway, so it's like this, that my favorite part in the whole show had to be Bernice. Everybody, knows that she went for a license and whatnot.
Yep.
And Eddie gets in trouble.
As usual.
No,
poor Eddie.
Yeah, just trying to do his normal toe and.
That's why I said that.
And.
That's why I said per usual, just the tease. But
big dudes come out, and these were big dudes. These were not little dudes.
What happened was he was going to tow the car of a big shot lawyer. The lawyer called. Trying to beat up Eddie.
And those were some big dudes. They looked like some big old Jamaican dudes.
I would just slammed his head right into the tow truck.
There were three guys and it was Eddie. Don't get me wrong, Eddie's from the streets and everything, but still,
He's
three.
not from the streets like Bernice is.
Well, he's
obviously. No offense to Eddie, but I'm saying.
To get back in the truck, he's like, I don't want no part in this. I just want to close the truck and go.
Yeah.
So anyway, Bernice is in the middle of her test, and she pulls over, sees Eddie getting hurt.
No, she drives by and she sees Eddie getting hurt, so she pulls over to help him.
Same damn difference.
And the lady looked like she's like, oh, stay out of it. You shouldn't get involved. Bernice goes, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I don't blame Bernice.
I don't either.
I would have got out of the truck and did it anyways.
And she whooped the heck out of them guys.
Yep.
So Eddie could leave and whatnot.
Yep, and then she seriously thought she had flunked her test, but unfortunately, she didn't. The lady looked at her, paused for a moment, you didn't know what she was going to say. And then she goes, are you kidding? You kicked their butts 3 times.
No, I think
she was amazed.
Yeah, well, that was a different way of saying the same thing that the lady said.
Yes.
But yeah, for all women's, rights out there and, activists and whatnot, the fact that she's a woman, no disrespect to Bernice.
No, but the fact that she's a woman and she kicked the daylights out of 3 guys, I think that's pretty darn cool.
And she did that without any kind of weapon, too.
Yep. I always liked Bernice anyways, because I always thought Bernice was an awesome person.
Yeah, exactly. She got her own style of doing it, but
she gets it done.
I'm just glad she, didn't get kicked out of Tremont. That would have stunk.
I know.
She really.
I didn't think so. I figured there was some way she would have still passed. Because she's a main character. They ain't gonna throw her out. She's one of the main characters. Eddie, Perez, Rob Jr., Rob Sr., Chrissy. Those are the main characters. they make up the show because they're the ones that are getting 99% of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and sorry, J Money. Can't forget you, J Money. Sorry.
Exactly.
Those are all main characters.
Well, they're all main characters, honestly.
Well, no,
There's not really.
The pudgy man that I don't want to call
Cosgrove.
him Cosgrove. Sorry, Cosgrove. Cosgrove isn't a main character because he's new. He might end up being a main character after a while, but you know.
You know, I think he means well. He just comes off.
Does.
He rubs off wrong on
He comes
people.
off as a jerk, but he's really not a jerk. He's just doing his job, and he's doing it the way he's supposed to.
Yeah, I don't like by the book people.
No, but you know, he's just trying to do things the way, you know, he's supposed to.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but
No.
sometimes you bend. You know, you go too far into the books, and we discussed that last week and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
So, the next thing I want to talk about is J Money. I feel bad for the dude.
Poor J Money.
He finally found a woman that he was in love with.
He was crazy in love with this girl. Now, girl, if you're smart, you take J Money back. That other girl, she was a side street hoe.
So.
She was nothing but a fat side street hoe. And the woman he's with now, she seemed like a nice woman. Don't listen to what the other woman told you.
Well, I mean,
she's full of baloney because J Money did change.
You know.
From what I've seen.
You know what?
Since he met her.
Just because it's the same restaurant doesn't mean.
No.
That it isn't special.
That's like if he took me to a restaurant that he took his ex-girlfriend to. Now I'm supposed to get mad because you took me to. I'm trying to think of a restaurant.
It would probably be Olive Garden. That's my favorite restaurant.
That's your favorite restaurant. But let's say we were in Tennessee, Crystal's. Okay, let's say Crystal's was his favorite spot, and he brought every girl he's ever dated to Crystal's. Now I'm supposed to get mad at him because he takes every girl he's ever dated to Crystal's?
That must be one cheap date to want to go to fast food joint as a restaurant.
I'm just using Crystal as an example. Crystal's as an example, though. This is one of your favorite restaurants down south.
They do make some phenomenal burgers.
They do. But anyway, I wouldn't care. I don't care if you're taking 500 women there. It doesn't matter. It's still a nice restaurant. The person's thinking of you to take you out to any restaurant, whether it be a fast food or a nice restaurant.
Yeah, but I think Flanagan's is probably like
oh yeah, I'm sure it's a nicer restaurant.
It's probably like a Bennigan's or around here.
No, it's probably like a steakhouse or like a steakhouse of some kind.
I forgot what the freaking name is out here. That's really, really good. It reminds me.
It's probably like the old Bennigan's.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an Applebee's or.
Yeah, there you go. You go. Yeah, but.
Or a Chili's.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
It would be like you taking me to Chili's, and your ex-girlfriend Judy will make her up. Says, oh well, Ray took me there, so I don't care he took you there. It's not our special spot. It's not your special spot. It's a restaurant.
Once again, I prefer Olive Garden. That's just
right. I'm just using that as an example.
That's just the Italian.
Oh yeah, no, but you know what I'm saying? That's just an example to show that it doesn't make the restaurant. It's not special just because you took somebody else there. So what? I don't care if you went there 500 times. It's just a restaurant. It's a place for people to go and eat.
That was special to him, and he was with his lady.
Yeah, but the other girl was downgrading it. Oh, well, he takes all his hoes here or something.
Well, at least he takes them out. There's some people that take people out to the dollar menu. I'm sorry, there is.
Yeah, but still, she didn't have to do that. She did that on purpose just to ruin J Money's relationship.
And there's some guys out there that said, okay, well, we'll go out to the restaurant and go to the restaurant and then make the woman pay for the food.
Yep.
So the fact that, he's willing to take her out somewhere,
but no, that's not the point. What I'm talking about is that other woman stepping in and opening her mouth just to make J Money lose that girl, and he did it on purpose. She really did. And I think she's a douchebag for doing it, pardon my French.
Well, she was mad because her car...
I don't care. She's still a douchebag.
Well, I'm not... I don't know personally like that, so disregard as far as that. But the way she was acting, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The
More
way
of
she was acting. I do agree.
I don't care, because I like Jay Money. He's a cool dude.
But she was getting her car towed and whatnot,
well,
and
she shouldn't have been doing what she wasn't supposed to.
They did have hard feelings. So.
Too bad for her. You know what? You side street out, too bad. Because guess what? You should have had permission from the place to have that charity event.
This is a family show.
We have it on
family.
what?
Because it's a normal show. Yeah, you're calling her a garden tool. I gotcha. No big deal.
Yes. Anyways, she still shouldn't have done what she did. And as far as, what was the other lady's name, the one he liked?
Huh?
What was the girl's name that he really liked?
I don't know. He liked this girl that was a psycho.
No, the one he was dating now.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry, Jay Money. I just don't remember her name.
But anyways, well, if you're
I
listening...
know she had, like, blonde hair.
Yeah, but if you're listening, take him back. Jay Money is a good dude. And he would treat you nicely.
Heck, he was trying to get, some guidance from Bernice. Of course, Bernice is like...
Bernice had her own things going on.
Yeah, I know. If she wasn't wrapped
Bernice
up into the, book, she would have helped him out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure afterwards she, talked to him and was
Probably.
like, I just had something, major going on and whatnot. So.
I had some personal business I had to take care of,
Yeah, and I couldn't get sidetracked.
Yeah.
But
well, hopefully maybe Bernice talked to her or something.
I mean, if she don't take him back, maybe he'll just find somebody better for him.
Yeah. Jay Money is just so cute.
Dispatcher, this show. It was funny when Eddie's like, "Is that you, Jay Money?"
No, he's like, Jay Money? He said, "Is that you, Jay Money?" He said, "Jay Money?" He was shocked.
Yeah, he was shocked. He was probably thinking, what's he doing on dispatch? He's a tow truck driver.
Why isn't he out towing?
Exactly. I was kind of disappointed didn't see, Christy.
I know, my buddy Christy.
I would have liked to see her, with the baby and everything.
I know, I want to see how cute I saw how cute the baby was when he was born. But hopefully they'll show him on the show enough so we get to watch him kind of grow up. Because he is a cutie pie.
Exactly. The fact that she just had a baby and everything, it's understandable.
Oh, yeah.
It's
but you know
understandable.
What? If Rob Sr., you happen to listen to this, Perez did mess up that toe on purpose to get Rob Jr. in trouble. So, Perez, you're a snake like I said you were.
Hey, I look at it like this. They're both immature. I'm sorry.
They are, but you know what? Perez did it on purpose. Because he knew Robbie was going to get that promotion possibly.
Yeah, but if I'm Rob Sr. and I'm looking at it from a business point of view, I'm not looking at it from, family point of view.
No, it's nothing to do with family.
Okay.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
But from a family point of view, you cannot just base it on this one thing.
Oh,
Throughout
no,
the whole
that's
thing.
one thing, but Perez should have still gotten in trouble because of the fact that he did it on purpose. He's a jerk and a snake in the grass.
Well, he didn't know the car alarm was going to go off.
No, he was supposed to put it in neutral or whatever it was, I think, and he didn't put it in the right gear or whatever it was supposed to be in.
Yeah, you're supposed to have it on neutral. Anytime a car is...
And he didn't. He put it in reverse or something on purpose.
Anytime a car is rolling, I know that because I used to, not like towing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But when I was a young kid, I worked, for a car wash and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked on, doing the maintenance for it as it's going in. I forgot what it's called, with the pressure washer and whatnot.
Yeah.
But every time you put it on, the rack, the car has to be in, turned off and in neutral. Because if it's not, the wheels aren't gonna turn.
That's what Perez did.
And it's going to lock up.
That's what Perez. So that Rob Jr. would get in trouble. So Rob Sr., I think you ought to have a nice little talk with Perez. I'm not saying necessarily give it to Rob Jr., but I'm saying have a nice little talk with Perez. Perez needs to get in trouble. He needs to get put in his place, and Perez is lucky that Chrissy's not there, because Chrissy would have put his ass in his place.
I don't know. From seeing the show, it's kind of close. You can say it one way or another.
I don't like Perez. I haven't liked him from day one.
I know that.
I think he's a scumbag, snake in the grass. I'm sorry, but
you don't know him like. The thing is that it happened so fast. When the alarm went off, it could have startled him a little bit, and then the lady came out right away. And with the lady coming out right away, he could have lost track of what he's doing. So it could have been an honest mistake.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're a tow truck driver, you ain't allowed to make mistakes like that. It's got to be snap thinking. You can't do that when you're repoing. I've been on repos. You can't do that.
Yeah, I understand.
You have to snap thinking quick, and whether somebody comes in your area to bother you, to harass you or whatever, you got to keep your mind on what you're doing. And do your work the way you're supposed to. Do the steps the way you're supposed to do them.
No, I understand. It's just like when I had to pull out that girl, from her car, when she was talking to her friends, and just pull her out, when she hit, accidentally hit the car and drive, to go over the rack, and the car hit the other car and whatnot, but that's the side point. I almost got fired there because you have to have the car in neutral. That's just... what it has, so it doesn't, slide off. That's another thing.
Yeah, but that's not your fault. That's her fault because she was in the car.
I understand that, but regardless,
it's still your job.
It is my job.
There and she didn't.
It is my, it is my job. And like I said, if you don't have it in neutral, number one, what's going to happen is the wheel's going to lock up, and number two, what's going to happen is it can go off the track. And if it's on that thing, just because it's tied to something doesn't mean the car won't fall off.
Not only that,
it hits a big enough bump.
Usually when a car wash, when somebody's in the car, they don't usually hold the guys responsible that are washing the cars, because it's the person in the car's responsibility to put it in neutral.
Well, the whole thing, though, was, because we normally...
in the car.
Yes, but that wasn't the point I was trying to convey. The point I was trying to convey is what happens when it's not in neutral. That's the only point I was trying to... I'm sorry if we got a little sidetracked.
Yes.
I mean, other than that, you had Perez and, Robbie Jr. just constantly fighting. You had that dude in the...
They're worse than my niece and nephew. And they're 13 and 9.
If they actually work together,
they'd be fine.
They might become best of friends. You never know. They actually work together.
There's too many hurt feelings and too many bad tastes. I don't know how you want to put it.
But they make
bad blood.
But they make it personal, and it's not personal. It's business. And
I
that's
know
what
that.
separates the professional from the amateur.
But you know what? There's already bad blood. You know Robbie's not going to let it go. You know how Robbie Jr. is. And you know how Perez is. You know Perez is not going to let it go.
Well, I don't think either of them had a legitimate shot to begin with. I don't think the father would, even though bringing them, down to dinner, he may have said, well, this is my son, and this is, may have talked with, the sister and whatnot, or the daughter, Christy, and maybe she decided, maybe, it would be better for, Robbie to be in charge because I could at least look out for him.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, he was going to give it to Christy anyway.
Now he's not retiring at all, so...
Well, if he doesn't retire at all, then...
Stays with him.
It will stay with him, but he's going to have to find somebody eventually to replace him.
That'll be Christy.
It's got to be Christy or, one of the others. I'm still rooting for Eddie.
I hope, Christy, you meet some really really nice guy, and I hope he's big buff dude, and he beats the living snot out of Perez, that little worm. Because I'll laugh my butt off, and I'll be cheering for him.
You and anti-Perez today, I swear.
I don't like Perez. I never have. I never will.
I don't have anything against him. He's just
I don't like him. He's a snake, and I've seen him do too much crap to that company. He's trying to destroy the company. Don't you see that?
Well, I know. If he was boss, he would end up firing Robbie. There's no doubt.
He's trying to ruin the company. So, Rob, if you're listening, don't have that Perez be running the business. He'll run you to the ground.
Well, Perez couldn't.
That's what Perez is up to.
When Perez was running Goodfellas, I believe that was what it was called.
Yeah, he ran that company to the ground.
He ran the company to the ground. That is correct. Major mistakes left and right. So I'm sure the father had that into play too.
I hope so, Rob. I hope you did. Because, buddy, I don't want you to lose your family business. You worked so hard with all that blood and sweat and tears to build all those years. I want you to lose it. Because he's not the one, Perez. No offense to Perez or Robbie, but they're not the one.
And I mean,
if Robbie could grow up a little and think business-wise first and leave the little boy at home in the sandbox, he'd be fine. Robbie needs to realize that when your work is work and home is home.
He needs to mature.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think he needs a stable woman in his life to help him out.
Exactly.
Maybe that's the case. All good guys need a stable woman. I know there's some out there like, well, I don't need anybody. Well, that may be you, but that's my personal opinion. It helps to have somebody to help you stay grounded. And I just think he's just too lazy, too immature. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Even some of the guys out there, I don't need anybody. And if I'm the right person, guess what? They don't feel that way anymore.
So, I mean, that's the whole thing. Now, here's on the, what we're thinking could possibly happen. I'm thinking Jay Money finds somebody else, comes to the window, he's there, he starts flirting, and he's got a new old lady. I don't see him. He normally just don't take people back.
That girl, he would. He really liked her.
Yeah, but
he was begging her to come back.
I don't know. I mean, he was a stand-up guy. He did have these, hot per se, to the average.
He really did. He had these really beautiful women that were very thin. They all had nice bodies, and they were wearing, bikini tops bikinis, not bikini tops, bikinis and shorts and all that stuff. And they had the right bodies for it. So you know what? And he said, no thanks. My girl's across the street, and I gotta take her out to lunch.
That took a lot of,
And she should have right there. That his girl should have gave him credit for that, and said, you know what, Jay Money, I'm a little mad at what that girl said, but you know what? You showed me you're a stand-up guy, because when all the women were flirting with you and she's trying to show off their boobs to you, you didn't even care.
Well, he did look a little bit.
Yeah, but he didn't care. He didn't do what he usually would do.
Any guy would have a little bit.
Yeah.
Even me, I love.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. There's a woman showing that I'm like trying to threaten me. I'm sorry. I'm distracted for a second.
Yeah, and then
So.
But I still think that she needs to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he did show you he's a good man. By the way, the fact of the matter is, he got distracted for a minute, but then he turned around and said, nope, I got a woman, and I'm not going to get distracted. And he went right back and told them, nope, sorry, I got to take my lady out to lunch.
But we'll disagree there. Well, if she comes back to me, that's great, but I'm not going to go running for her. I don't think he's that type of guy. Love or not, I just don't think he's that type of guy. But other things I see Bernice, and I'm going to base it off of, I did see a little bit of the previews and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I can see her messing with Cosgrove and saying, well, I didn't get my, I failed the test and everything.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
And then forcing him to go on a repo with everything, and that's what it looked like in the previews.
Yeah.
What's going to happen. But I could have called that from a mile away.
Then I would have stuck my license right in his face and said, see?
Well, that's probably...
And then I would have been like, thanks, Cosgrove, because you helped me get my license if I was Bernice. Sorry.
Hell no. I'd be like...
No, because...
Your little pep talk almost cost me my job.
Yeah, but you know what? He also saved... He kept it quiet. He helped her get her license. I would have left it at that, because you know what? I would have been like, look, if I was Bernice, no offense, Bernice, but if I was you, I would be nice to Cosgrove, just be like, thank you, you helped me get my license, left it at that and left it alone, because we have to work together. So work report is different than report out of work.
Yes,
out of work, you don't have to talk to him.
but if she pulled the old man aside, which is Robbie Sr. aside, and said, look, I didn't know I needed a license and everything, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to go get it now. He'd be like, no problem. He isn't like.
Robbie Sr.'s a sweetheart.
He'd be like, thank you for coming to me.
Yep. Robbie Sr. is a sweetheart. He's a nice guy.
So but I really see her messing with him, constantly messing with Cosgrove. She don't like the dude.
No, he's just not a nice person.
He's just different. It's not that he's not a nice person. He's just different. He's just way,
Yeah, I take that back.
Different.
It's not that he's not a nice person. It's just that he's got a dry personality, as they call it.
He can be an asshole.
Yeah, he can be an asshole, but,
So.
What are you going to do?
I changed my mind a little. I'm like, yeah, if you had to deal with him, you'd be like, will you shut the cuff up?
Shut the cuff up, you asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Treading lines a little tonight on Tail Talk. Just a little.
Right. Look, you fudging nutter. What was the one,
You mother of a goat.
Yeah, there you go. You goat mother.
But, other things I could see is, I don't know, Christy might come back and be like, look, Dad, I want a chance. You gave them, these people couldn't handle it. I can manage, having a baby and do this job.
Yep.
I don't know,
the way she was talking that day, Robbie Sr., she wasn't coming back.
But you know what? That was just after going through labor and all that pain, too.
Yeah, so she might not have had her head in the right place at the right time.
She probably was medicated, too.
Probably. Well, you know what? If she don't have a husband or anybody to help her with the kids, then maybe she might have to. For a little while, stay home with the child. And then eventually when the child gets to be a certain age, she can put him into daycare. I think it's like 6 or 8 months old or weeks old. I can't remember. I forgot how old he gets age.
What I really want to see is I want to see Eddie get a big part of the show.
Yeah.
It always seems like he's getting, laughed at, and he's getting,
shoved in the back.
Yeah, shoved in the back, and he actually saved the company. And, didn't want any, sympathy or empathy or whatever.
No.
But if he didn't tell, originally that, Perez was sabotaging him, they might have lost Tremont a long time ago.
That's right.
So, you got to give the dude his due respect. That's just personally what I believe.
I'm sorry, but, I don't know. Perez should have never been allowed back. After he did what he did, he should have never been allowed back. He's not that good of a tow truck driver. I would never have given him another chance.
He's a smart, savvy businessman.
I don't care. Especially if you tried running my company to the ground like that.
I wouldn't hire him as a boss, no. But
I wouldn't hire him as a boss. I wouldn't hire him as a tow guy, nothing.
He makes money as a tow truck guy.
If he was a tow truck driver, he'd be bottom of the rung. Bottom of the rung. Himself to be better. Once he proves himself to be better, then he'd move up a rung or a rung or two, you
Well,
know?
I think he's trying. It's just
Well, that's why I said put him at the
him
bottom.
and Robbie just butt heads.
Well, Robbie has nothing to do with this at this point. I'm just talking about in general. I put Perez at the bottom. I make him work his way up. Because you know what? You messed up. Now you got to work your way up from the ground up. And prove to me you're actually, you know, who you say you are as far as being a good tow truck driver. And show me what you can do.
I mean, I believe if they had him sweep the parking lot one day, he would be like, no, I ain't going to do it.
I don't mean making him sweep the parking lot. I'm talking as far as being the lowest tow truck driver.
Yeah, well, we don't know what he is on the totem pole. I think he was pushed up there due to, the connection with Christy.
Maybe.
So, I still think it's J Money's Bunny. Baby.
Bunny?
Bunny.
He's a J Bunny's bunny. Okay.
Yeah, well, a little tongue twister. But I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But
I don't know.
Well, that's
Sorry, Christy.
That's all right. So. Well, it's not like Jay Money's a bad dude. If he had a woman that treated him right, I don't think he would do half the things he did.
Jay Money loves Christy, but not like that. Jay Money loves Christy, I think, the way Robbie loves Christy, as a brother-sister. I see them having a brother-sister relationship. He would do anything in the world when it comes to Christy, anything. Would go over any mountain, kick anybody's butt, whatever he had to do to protect Christy. He always has. I like him for that, and I think he does treat her like a sister. Not like a girlfriend, but like a sister.
You're telling me he didn't have the hots for Christy, the way he used to look at her.
I don't know. Maybe he did.
I'm sorry. I've
Maybe
seen
he
it.
did. I mean, Christy is
different.
very pretty. She's a very pretty lady. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing bad against Christy. I like Christy. She's cool.
So.
And then I think if Rob Sr., if he has a wife, I don't know. I've never heard them mention anything about him having one. But I think she should step up and she should say, hey, wait a minute, this is my tow company too. And the mother needs to step up and tell Bob Jr., you need to grow the you-know-what up. The fudge-a-nutter up.
Yeah, the fudge.
And cut the baloney.
And cut the Maloney.
Because that's the end of it.
Stop being an asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Stop acting like a 5-year-old. Act your age, not your shoe size.
You stupid simpleton.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say you stupid simpleton. If I was Robbie's mother, Robbie Jr., I would smack him upside his head and tell him, cut your baloney and grow up. Act your age, not your shoe size. And I would walk over to Perez, I'd slap him upside the head and tell him, act your age, not your shoe size.
Well, if she was an Italian lady, she'd just say, you stew nod.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no. It would be more than you stew nod.
Yeah, but that would
She'd be cussing in Italian.
That'd be the light version of it.
Yeah.
So.
Because let me tell you something, no. You're lucky. If their family's Italian, boy, you'd be in some serious trouble.
And we will say this, and we're going to say this proudly. The band Georgia Red Clay, entertainment manager, has agreed whenever time is available to do for Georgia Red Clay to do an interview with us.
If you want to hear some really good music, listen to Georgia Red Clay. Their music is fantastic.
On another note, we have, locally out here in Connecticut, we have Jim's birthday bash he's doing a promo for, and we're going to get him on the show.
Yes, we are.
He's in one of the bands he's in. It's called Murray the Wheel, which is big out here.
Right.
It's, they know they're not going to, make it as a, nationally known band, and they're cool with that. They're just they
just enjoy
the run of the bars. We enjoy, being,
You know what it is? I think
musicians.
What it is they know that even if they don't make it big, they don't do it to make it big. They do it for the love of the music.
Exactly.
For the love of their fans.
We also will have Cap from BCB, our Bold City Brigade.
Oh, we
He
can't
has
wait for
agreed.
that.
And I feel like, he's a superstar, even though he keeps on saying, no, I'm just a normal guy. To us,
He is a superstar.
a superstar. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to the Jags, and he's got a huge reputation as far as
It's a
out that
bird.
way.
It's a plane. It's Super Cap.
Super Cap to the rescue on Chill Time Radio.
That's right.
But I mean, there's other artists which I'm not going. On the Twitter, and I mentioned, here and there. But we're just going to say, a little, here and there, and we'll just keep some surprises out. That's what we do here. And, of course, check out our other shows, and we're normally on at 11 p.m. We apologize about last night. What happened with last night is we had no power.
That's right.
There was no internet. You can't have a show without internet. There was no phone.
Well, we had power, but what it was, we have no internet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For the show, there was no power. You cut the power because there's no internet and there's no phone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wanted to know we had lights and stuff. I don't want people thinking we're sitting in the dark.
I mean, even the ones that are just downloading off Lipson don't have time to go on Blog Talk. They got to work in the morning, or whatever the case may be. They're expecting it too, and even though we have the mic here, it's not gonna. It's not going to matter because there was no way to we can't upload anything.
No.
There was no internet to go to. It's fixed now, evidently, but last night there wasn't. We weren't a happy camper. This morning, I was not happy either.
No. But they fixed it, so we're thankful for Comcast for fixing it.
Exactly. Well, it was good, though, spend a, nice relaxation after all the drama and all the
craziness.
Hardship and, everything that,
Leave it at craziness.
Went on this week. It was good. It was good to have some, nice relaxing, rested for, work tomorrow and whatnot.
That's right.
So, and yes, I do work a normal job as well as this. Gotta pay the bills.
Yes, he does.
He
works very hard.
Unfortunately, this isn't paying the bills right now. In the future, it could be, but right now it's not.
Exactly.
So,
but we do love our Teal Time Radio.
Exactly. We love broadcasting for everybody. We love our supporters. We love, all the different ways that we're, trying to market out there.
Exactly. I mean, not only do we love our radio station, but we love, like I said, all our fans. Because, they all care to take time, either whether they listen to us live or they download us. They take time to listen to our show.
Exactly. Or they archive something.
Yeah.
So.
However they listen to it, they listen to it.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, some people, need to see something on YouTube. Some people, need to see things on, like, Spreaker Radio. Some people need to, see things on iTunes. They're just different, strokes for different folks.
That's right.
But we're on all them outlets and a whole lot more, and planning on being, on a ton more. And hopefully we'll have our business cards out soon enough. It's not working as originally planned. But hey, that's life. Sometimes life
throws you a curveball.
Yeah, throws you a curveball or throws you a lemon, and you make apple cider. Everybody tells me lemonade. I'm like, no, you have to think outside the box. It's apple cider.
That's right.
I don't care if there's no apples and lemons. It doesn't matter. An apple is stronger than a lemon. If you ever got a lemon car, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
And even if you put the time and work involved into it to make it not a lemon, it's still not going to run like an apple. Sorry. Unless it's a computer, and then that's another story. But anyway, we're going to leave you off with that, and you'll have a wonderful evening. Thank you for listening to Teal Time Radio. This is your host, CT Jags, also known as Ray, and over here joined by the beautiful Miss Chrissy.
See you later, everybody. Have a
hopefully
blessed evening.
One day soon we'll be, joined by Puppy Rodhunter again.
I hope so. Have a blessed evening, everybody.
All right. Take care. Bye. Oh, if I ever can find the button.